August 3rd, 2025. Welcome to the Grand Supreme live stream. Guys, today's video, I want to share with you a very important news that broke out back in July 25th, 2025. And many of us were not aware of this urgent news that was put out that basically, if I mean, you want to call it some kind of prediction, but they knew that there was going to be some kind of massive, well, not massive, but there was going to be an earthquake out there in New York. Give me a second here, guys. So I want to show you something really quick. If you can, give this video a thumbs up, share the video, like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. All right. So I want to show you something here. So this news article was hosted back in July 25th, all right? So that was like almost a week ago, all right? And it says here, beneath America, a large berry heat blob is moving. A hot blob beneath Appalachians buried when Greenland split from North America and is heading to New York. Is heading to New York. This was posted back in July 25th, 2025. And a lot of people in New York, a lot of people in New York were saying that they heard a boom sound when the earthquake happened. They heard a boom sound and they felt like some kind of vibration. And I seen a couple of videos, like dash cams or like one of those security cameras videos in people's houses. Their reaction, they thought it was a car crash when they first heard the boom sound. A lot of them thought it was like some kind of a pipe burst or something. It just didn't feel like an earthquake. So you have some people out there in New York saying that it kind of felt different. It didn't feel like it was one of those earthquake in California. So we're gonna get to all this news here, guys. And I did some research on this. Now I'm not saying this is the real deal, but again, experts are saying that there is something beneath America, and it's moving. It's moving. All right. There's something underneath New York and New England. All right. So, and they said that they did the testing and stuff like that. It's like doing the CAT scan. When you do a CAT scan, they find, all these things like a black spot in your side and stuff like that. They could find out what's wrong with your stomach and this and that. But they did some kind of CAT scan to the East Coast, and they found this massive blob, a heat blob underneath New York and the East Coast. Now they're saying stuff like this happens when there's volcanoes. Give me a second here. Oh, okay, that's the neighbors. Stuff like that happens when there are volcanoes around or when there is a tectonic plate. The problem is in the East Coast, like New York, there's no volcanoes in New York, and there's no tectonic plate. I don't think there's a tectonic plate in New York. All right, so in the East Coast. So let's see what's going on here, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's see what's going on with this news. And God bless to every single one of you. All right, let me turn this camera around and I will read your comments once I'm done with this, guys. A hot blob beneath Appalachian formed when Greenland split. Who in the world is parking in mines? Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Someone is parked right in front of my. Give me a second here. Guess it's my son's friend that is showing up. Okay, Once again, guys, hot blob beneath the Appalachians formed when Greenland split from North America and is headed to New York. Is that the reason why Donald wants Greenland so bad? Can that be a reason that Donald wants Greenland so bad? I mean, obviously, there's something going on here, guys. A hot blob currently beneath the Appalachian may have peeled off from Greenland around. Okay, so again, I'm not gonna go with that number, but according to underneath New York and the East Coast, there is something underneath the East Coast. A giant blob anomaly, hot rock beneath the Appalachian Mountains, formed when Greenland separated from North America approximately 80 million years ago, the new research suggests. Scientists previously thought that this hot zone, known as the Northern Appalachian Anomaly, was left over after North America broke away from Africa. All right, give me a second here. Instead, the new findings indicate that the hot blob, which sits 125 miles, that's 200 kilometers deep, and stretches 220 miles, 350 kilometers across New England, appeared around 80 million years ago when what are now Greenland and Canada were breaking apart. All right, so once again, give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. You got a new car? Huh? No, I don't like it. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That was my niece. She just showed up. We're gonna go with this next one here, guys. Now, this is coming out from Newsweek. They putting out this information too. So, but again, what's so amazing about this story, and I know a lot of people is gonna be like, Lewis says 80 million years ago and this and that. Look, I can understand those crazy numbers that scientists is putting out, but I do believe there's something underneath the East Coast. I do believe so. Um, and I do believe that there is movements going on up in the eastern part of the U.S. What's amazing is that this story was put out July 25th, 2025, and New York got hit with a 3.0 a few days later. All right, I'm sorry, guys. That's an advertisement. I have to close. There we go. This is the conclusion of a new paper by researchers from the University of Southampton, England, who have been studying a mysterious patch of unusual hot rock below the Appalachian Mountain. This region, known as the Northern Appalachian Anomaly, is some 200 miles wide and lies around 125 miles beneath the surface. According to the researchers, the anomaly is part I'm sorry, guys, I can't see that part. Give me a second here. I'm trying to read it, but at the same time, I have your comments are in the way. So I'm seeing the comments. So give me a second here. According to the researchers, the anomaly is part of a slow moving underground mantle wave triggered by tectonic events that happened more than 90 million years ago. The mantle were referred to a newly discovered chain reaction of conventive instability in the mantle that begins when a content. I can't see it, guys. I truly apologize. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna have to turn it like this. I don't know, for some reason I'm seeing all your comments and it's hard for me to read the the news article because the comments are in a way. So it says here, the mantle wave refers to a newly discovered chain reaction instability in the mantle that begins when a continent starts to rift. Now, it's not a wave, but a progressive flow and deformation of mantle material that behaves like a wave and how it propagates. Now, this surprising find is shaking up what geologists thought they knew about the eastern United States of America, a region long considered geologically stable, and may help explain why parts of the Appalachian Mountain have been gently rising. Imagine taking a CAT scan, a CT scan of Earth. That's essentially what geologists did using seismic, a technique that tracks how earthquake waves travel through different layers of the planet. And what they found under New Hampshire was a huge, slow moving blob of hot material. Now, this kind of anomaly is typically seen near volcanoes or tectonic boundaries, but not New England. All right, so again, these experts, they basically found something. They found something under New Hampshire, and it was huge, and a slow moving blob of hot material. All right, and it seems like this thing was split. Again, it came from Greenland years ago. We're talking about a long time ago. All right, so it says here originally, scientists thought the NAA might be caused by edge driven convection, a type of vertical stirring in the earth mantle caused when thick and thin crust meet. But that didn't fully explain why this hot zone sits far inland beneath thick and ancient rock. A bold new theory reimaginings that the NAA as a Rayleigh-Taylor instability, a geological term for when heavy, cold rock begins to sink into the hot, soft rock below, like molasses dripping into honey. This process forces hotter material to rise and forming a plume of heat beneath the surface. All right. So now let me turn the camera around. Let's see if it's I want to show you some of this stuff now. Okay, so it's a lot better. For some reason, I don't know why it was acting like that. So here we go. So instead, scientists now believe it began near Lambrado Sea, a site where North America began pulling away from Europe. And as the continent split, stress fractured deep layers of rock, triggering convective instability blobs of rock slowly dripping downward under gravity. So, once again, for those of you that just tuned in, according to scientists and experts, they believe that there is something underneath New York. There is something underneath New Hampshire, and they call it the hot blob. It just heading towards like New York, and that's what a lot of people have been talking about the earthquake. They believe that possibly this earthquake was caused by something else. Because a lot of people up in New York are saying they heard like some kind of boom sound, and along with a vibration, it just didn't feel like an earthquake. People said it just felt like something different. These two couples, they were watching a movie in their living room, and they got up really quick because they heard something. They said it sounded like a car crash. It just didn't felt like an earthquake. But again, guys, You know, a lot of people is talking about the 3.0 that happened last night, their reaction, and a lot of video. Yeah, there was a couple of videos that came out today on X, and again, a lot of people were saying it just didn't feel like an earthquake. So, but this thing was felt in New Jersey, New York, and some were saying it was felt all the way up to Connecticut. So, and now again, this news article that I'm reading to you, this was posted. Give me a second here. It was posted July 29, 2025. Beneath America, a large buried heat blob is moving, and it was heading towards New York. So, again, according to experts, it was heading towards New York. So I don't know if this thing might have caused the earthquake. It might have caused the ground to shake out there in New York. Who knows? But one thing I tell you, there's no volcano out there. There's no volcano in the East Coast. Um, I don't even think there's a fault line out there, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't think there's a fault line out there in New York. So, all right. So you have this person here, Jonan, explain as the continent stretches and begins to split, space opens up beneath the rift. That space is rapidly filled by an inflow of soft flowing Atosphere, and Atosphere is a semi-molten part of the Earth's upper mantle beneath the tectonic crust. This sudden movement disturbs the edge of the continent root, triggering a chain reaction, much like falling dominoes. Blobs of the root began to drip downward one after another. Now, these dripped migrate inland over time, away from the rift. And we think this same process might explain unusual seismic patterns beneath the Appalachians. The timing lines up perfectly. These dripped move slowly, about 20 kilometers. And you guys know I don't go by hundreds of millions of years and stuff like that. I just don't believe in none of that. But I do believe there is something underneath the ground. I do believe so. I do believe that again there is so much buildups of magma, methane gas, and so many other things. My wife had this dream, and I think it was last year. She said that she went to New York. She had a dream that she went to New York, and she said she felt the ground moving in New York. And then she looked down, and New York just kind of opened up, and there was big, massive lava and fire in that Big Apple. So, I mean, there could be something underneath New York. According to expert, there is a big, massive hot blob. Um, could be true. It could be absolutely true. Give me a second here. There's a picture I want to show you. So that's Greenland. Um, I don't know if Greenland has any volcanoes. I mean, they might, but give me a second here. Whoops. It took me out. It took me out the news article. Give me a second here, guys. So while the northern Appalachians anomaly lies deep underground, its presence could help explain some of the long-term uplift seen in parts of the Appalachian Mountains. However, the region's dry climate and low erosion rates suggest that not much visible change has occurred in recent geological time. Okay, so basically it seems like this is all of it here. Beneath America is a large berry heat blob and it's moving. It's moving. All these information will be shared on my Twitter page if you guys want to check it out. And again, for those of you that just tuned in, this is another one here. The hot blob beneath Appalachian, it formed when Greenland split from North America and it's heading to New York. This was posted back in July out there. And one thing I'll tell you guys, there's been a lot of military activity going on underground, especially in Virginia. They have the Norfolk base out there in Virginia. Um, but also Yellowstone, you got again, you got all these places. The world is splitting open. You got this massive crack going on in Utah and Idaho. You have another massive crack. And then you have Russia, they getting hit with all these crazy earthquakes. They got hit again with a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. It was 35 kilometers, and there was another tsunami alert that was activated. Um, Also, there was another volcanic eruption in Russia. I mean, and then Indonesia, you got all these volcanoes. So you got the world is opening up, and then you got all these strange blobs all over the place. I just feel like our planets, basically the entire universe, is now entering the final stage of end times. It's finally entering the stage of the last days. Remember, the Bible says that everything, the world will pass away. The sun is going to pass away. Everything will pass away. Again, like I say, guys, I do believe that. You got all these blob and lava and everything is about to just completely shift this world upside down. I do believe so. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up for you guys. And the Bible also says that mountain will be moved from its place. You got multiple again, these big mountains is gonna be moved from its place. Everything will be shifted. Now the world call it climate. The world calls it the climate. But Second Peter chapter 3, Peter calls it the heavens elements, the end times of the heavens elements. Everything will be shifted, everything will be changed. The sun is gonna grow bigger and bigger and bigger. This is why we're having all these crazy temperature rising. This is why we're seeing a lot of changes in weather. Everything is just changing. The sun is just growing. Back then, the sun used to be yellow, like really dark yellow. Now it's like LED lights. The color has changed. All right, so I'm gonna read some of your comments, but guys, I want to bring something up really quick. Something is going on in Texas. Something is going on in Texas. You have some of the left, some of the Democrats, they left. They left, and supposedly there was some kind of vote that's supposed to go on, but they decided to leave. And so Texas Governor Greg Abbott said, "You guys got till 3 p.m. tomorrow to show up, or something is going to happen." So, I mean, let me show you some of this news here. I mean, it's just insane. Hmm. So look at this here. Again, I never seen anything like this. I never seen anything like this. Dems walk out to take out the GOP restricting plan. So a bunch of Texas left literally just packed their bags and dipped to Illinois to stop the right from creating five super Trump friendly voting districts. Representative Gene Wu said they're walking out, they're leaving on a rigged system. Wow. And roasted the plan for holding disaster relief hostage to a Donald gerrymander. Now, meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom is basically screaming, try it, and I'll withdraw my map to blast the right out of Congress. Man, what's going on here? Now we have this news here. And another sharp escalation, Texas Governor Greg Abbott says Sunday night he will seek to declare the seat of the House Democrat vacant after they left the state. Texas governor says he will remove from office any left who abandoned their duty and refuses to show up by 3 p.m. Central Time on August the 4th. Wow. Mm. So the left fled the state, attempting to block the vote on the new U.S. House map. Wow. So the governor is telling the left to come back to Texas. You got till 3 p.m. All right. So that's one of the breaking news that's coming out. And on a Sunday too. Ooh, something happened in hold on, give me a second here. And I just got home too, guys. I have a second job, so I get home and I do a live stream, just hang out with you guys and just bring you some of these news here. We got a breaking news: fighter jet scrambled to intercept another civilian aircraft over President Donald New Jersey Golf Club. This is one of many instances in the past few weeks. Another fighter jet, excuse me, another aircraft flew over Donald New Jersey Golf Club. Wow. And yeah, that's like the fifth one, I think. You have the FAA, they're putting out these message not to fly over that region, but these people just really don't care. Um, all right, guys, give me a second here. I'm gonna read some of your comments. I'm just seeing if there's any more information here. Any late night breaking news. There was a chilling audio. A chilling audio reveals moment United Airlines pilots called Mayday, Mayday after engine fails mid takeoff. Man, just a never ending trending with these planes. So this pilot putting out the Mayday, Mayday, bird engine failed. I mean, just imagine that. I mean, you got that bird in the air, and you got people inside that bird, and then you screaming Mayday, Mayday, engine failure. That's that's not good. Mm. Also, guys, the blood moon is going to be September 7th or the 8th. Now, there is a big breaking news. You guys know about Hamas, right? Those are the group out there in the strip, the GAZA strip. Now, they said they're making a deal with, I guess, the US, they're making a deal with Benjamin. They said that they're willing to dismantle their group and give up the land, give everything up. They said we are willing to to self-destruct. No more Hamas and stuff like that. In return, we want the Palestinian to be independent, to be a state. And they also want Jerusalem to be capital of the strip. And I don't know if that's going to happen, guys. I don't think Benjamin is going to allow that to happen. Jerusalem being the capital of the GAZA strip. Yeah, again, I don't see that happening. But yeah, just buckle up. You got the blood moon coming. You got the two-state solution coming. September's gonna be big, but hey, we gotta first see what's gonna happen in August 7 or the 8th. That's the Russians' deadline. Uh, Donald told them you got till August 7 to figure out how to end this war. If not, then I will slap you with sanctions and tariffs. Mm. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you can give this video a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Honestly, I think I need to do okay, so give me a second here. Hey, Blue Angel. Blessed to live in Illinois to see how evil this all is. Illinois, I don't know. I heard that, yeah, I mean, they call it Chirac for a reason. The problem is Illinois has been run by blue. I mean, it needs to go red. I mean, but look, guys, I lived in New Jersey, I lived in New York, and all those were run by the blue. Trust me, nothing comes out. I mean, nothing good comes out of the blue. Nothing good. Restriction maps in country announced. I think yesterday. Wow. Gavin can't even do that. I was thinking the same thing too. You have to have some emergency session and a reason other than because I want to. All right. Give me a second here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hmm. Now, if you guys want to check out the news article of the New York and the blob and stuff like that, the link will be in my description box. I mean, the Twitter link will be in the description box. Um, we already hit 33 minutes. Wow. Hmm. Texas governor once again um, said that the Democrats who fled Texas, may as well not come back. Don't come back. Mm. The governor just went nuclear. The governor of Texas just went nuclear on Texas left, who fled the state to block a redistricting vote, calling their move abandonment and warning they could lose their seats. The governor says skipping it isn't a political stunt, but a forfeiture of office, threatening to invoke state law to remove them and fill the seats himself. He also claimed that the left may have committed felonies. Oh, that's not the first time. By raising money to pay fines while evading their duties, warning he'll use extradition powers if they hide out of state. Wow. Buckle up. It seems like Texas governor is going to be announcing something pretty soon today, Monday, August 4th. Hmm. Give me 1 second here, guys. So someone said get out of New York because of the massive blob. No one can actually predict what is going to happen to the massive blob of heated rock moving from Appalachian to New York City. But I'm not predicting. I'm telling you, get out of New York City. All right. So one thing I tell you guys that there's always movies about New York and the blob and stuff like that. And again, a lot of those movies from the 80s, but believe it or not, a lot of these movies are a foreshadowing too. So yeah, there are volcanoes dormant everywhere. Yeah, but the question is there a volcano out there in New York? Give me a second here. No, there is no active volcanoes in New York. Just imagine that. So, again, there's no volcanoes in New York. Guys, I got some bad news. The chickens are gone. Um, well, we got like three left. But this lady came and she took the rest of the chickens and my rooster. I had to give up the rooster. And I know many of you, again, many of you guys love the rooster. And every time I make the video, that rooster is always next to me, just, you know, I mean, you could hear him just, you know. But we had to give up the chickens. We got a letter from the county, and they said that we need to get a fence, a private fence. We cannot be showing the chickens, the neighbors cannot see chickens. I don't know. It's just a strange policy. Our chicken needs to be, again, we need private fence. Also, we are not supposed to have a chicken coop. Again, let's say we could have one, but it cannot be like 9 foot high. And I did have this chicken coop that I purchased from Amazon, and it's big. It's a massive chicken coop. And but yeah, I had to take down the chicken coop. I had to give up the chickens and the rooster. And my wife, she's not pleased. She's not pleased with the county. She is not pleased with them. And again, you have to obey the law. They said that next time we're gonna get fined. I think it's like a $1,000 fine. Um, but yeah, it's very sad. So we gave up most of the chickens. Just keep the chickens inside. No, I can't keep the chicken inside. Chicken poops all over the place. And plus, I got families and stuff, and nah. But I do have this shed, a big shed, and I'm thinking about keeping four, three or four. But yeah, Louis, that county council sounds like a bunch of county. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, I was not here. My wife called me, and I came as soon as I can. But the guy left, and so my wife is like, "Here's his card." So when I called, he's like, "This is Officer. I forget his name. officer. I'm like, "Are you an officer?" He's like, "Well, I patrol the area." And I'm like, "Okay, you spoke to my wife, and I got to get rid of my chickens. I was told I could have these chickens, and I had them for 2 years." He's like, "Well, you got away with it. You're not supposed to have all them chicken, and you need a private fence. You cannot have chickens if you don't have a private fence. And your chicken coop is too tall. You need to take it down, and you're not supposed to have a rooster, and you need to get rid of them. You got 30 days." I kept my cool. I'm like, "Okay, sir," and I just hung up the phone. So I told my wife we're gonna get something else. We're gonna go possibly move to Alabama or something. So, but yeah, we love animals. We rescue animals. We rescue cats, dogs, rabbits, bunnies, quails, chickens, and guinea pigs. I mean, we rescue a lot of stuff, whatever we can. Birds. We have a lot of birds. I mean, we just again, we got all these cats and stuff, raccoons, and raccoons are. Let me just be clear with this. Some raccoons, again, you need to stay away from. But there are some raccoons out there that could be a little friendly, but don't mess with them. All right. But yeah. Oh yeah, true. The frogs. Yeah. I forgot the frogs. I got my little buddy up there. But yeah, it's like Karens all over the place, and I'm like I'm like, come on, man, don't give us a hard time. We used to live in the HOA area, and man, I mean, all these Karens come out. It's like all the ladies, sir, you're supposed to have, your grass cut a certain way, and I'm like, please don't start. I don't have time for this. So it's like all these old ladies look like they're coming from Pentecostal church. I'm kidding. You need to know your community codes, Louis. I do. Again, we are allowed to have chickens. We are allowed to have chicken. But now they got these new laws that you need fence and the chickens cannot be shown. So that law came out, I guess, like 6 months ago. So everybody here are being told to have fence. This one guy already had a company build the fence. All right, so he has a horse, and someone else has a donkey and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, let's make it to 300 likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Can't spend. Give me a second here. Another Karen in the chat. Hmm. Oh, guys, my wife was telling me these something very, very, very important. By 2030, the year 2030, everything will be taken away from us. Everything will be taken away from us by 2030. And my wife is like, you know what that means, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, I heard about all this crazy 2030 stuff. And but when she says everything will be taken away and you will be happy, everything will be taken away and you will be happy. And she broke that down really good. She's like, in the 90s, we had VCR, we had DVDs, and we could play our movies. I mean, we had the movies and everything, right? The VHS. And now everything has been shifted to online. Everything is online. And little by little, all the things that we owned is being taken away. The VHS, the DVDs, all that little by little, give it like another 20, 30 years. You're not gonna find no more VHS, you're not gonna find no more DVDs, and then the money will also be taken away from you because it will be digital, just like movie is digital, Netflix is digital, everything will be digital. Little by little, they taking everything away from you. They taking the VHS, they taking everything. And you're living happy right now. You're living happy. And you're not even knowing it, but you being robbed. You being robbed because once everything is taken away from you, the money, the cash, everything, basically the things that you own has been taken away right in front of your face and you never even realized it because you was too happy enjoying the future stuff. You was too happy enjoying things online. So, and she's right. You know, my wife is right. I'm like, man, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Everything is being taken away, and we are being given these technology stuff, AI and all. Now AI is going to replace spouse. I mean, people just, when couples are arguing, they go and talk to AI therapy. AI therapy, I need to talk to you. My husband said this and this and this, a little by little. It just this is some dangerous time, but a lot of people's not seeing it. A lot of people still blind. These things that is being introduced to us, yeah, it seems like it's very nice. It's amazing technology. Ooh, nice and this and that, but it's just not good because it's taking away everything. That's true life, true love. It's taking away everything from you. So yeah, we lost the VHS. Actually, I still got my VHS. I got a whole bunch of VHS tape. I got my TV and stuff like that. I don't give them up. But I mean, everything is just, you know, and eventually people's gonna wake up and say, "Where's all my stuff at?" Look, one day the electronic, everything would go out. There's gonna be an EMP. Everything would just hit the fan, and we're gonna go backwards 20, 40, 50 years. And the stuff that you once owned, you're gonna look for it, you're not gonna find it. Everything is about contract. I wanna say I'm not into technology. Solar eclipse, please elaborate your point. I still got my visas and Visa player. Oh, VHS, you mean? I got my CDs, tapes, albums, and DVDs. Yeah, hold on to them. Hold on to those stuff. You gotta hold on to it. Hey, look, I'm a type of person, I go to Goodwill and I collect like the old stuff, like the 90s, but I'm starting to notice the VHS little by little is disappearing. The VHS tapes are disappearing little by little. All right. It's like it's fading away. And the only thing you see in Goodwill is like 2010 stuff, 2010, 2015. You no longer see like the 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s. All that is being washed away. Mm. VHS was horrible quality. Not to me. I love VHS tape. I still love them. Man, I still got my Back to the Future. I got all the collections. Back to the Future. I got some VHS tape that's still sealed. I got the Lion Kings, all the Lion Kings still sealed, never open. I got Beauty and the Beast still sealed, never open, in very good condition. If I get it graded, it's probably going to be like a 9.5. But I still have a lot of stuff that is sealed. A lot. A lot of stuff. Yeah. I still have some basketball cards from the 80s or 70s that never been opened. It's all sealed. I have sneakers from the 90s, from the 80s and 90s that had never been wore. I collect stuff. I'm a big collector. So sell it and get that. Uh, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that, but it just, I don't know. I don't know. I think about it. Did anyone see that the huge new stick creature about six? Oh yeah, yeah. I think I heard about that. I don't know. I just feel like that was AI. It kind of reminds me of the video from back in the Middle East. I guess that was in Iraq. That big spider, that looking ugly creature. But yeah, I mean, believe it or not, there are some creatures out there that we haven't seen, like deep under. I mean, deep sea. We talking about deep, deep sea, where like Titanic is at. There's some crazy stuff there. It's a different world. It's a different world, and yeah, it's just crazy. Um, then you have space and everything. Uh-oh, we got a breaking news here. Breaking news. I just received a notification. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me a second here. We got a breaking news here. Nancy Mace has announced that she is running for governor of South Carolina. To be honest, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, many of you probably know this person, but I don't know who's Nancy Mace. But that's a breaking news that's coming out right now. She is running for, I guess, governor. Look at this one here. California in flames. Jeez, California, man. Santa Barbara mega fire explodes to 50,000 acres. Only 3% contained. Wow. Highway 166 is shut down as firefighters battle brutal heat, dry winds, and rugged terrain in a desperate race to stop a disaster growing by the hour. I'm sorry, guys, but Gavin, he got to go. That man got to go. That man got to go. Look, guys, if I was the governor of California, I would try to come out with an idea to at least slow down the wildfire. Build some giant sprinklers and use the water from the Pacific Ocean. Just turn on the giant sprinkler and just spray that water all over the place. Do something. Gavin Newsom is spending money on saving the little fish, or I don't know what fish is it. I think Donald said that he spends billions of dollars saving the fish instead of helping to preventing the wildfire. Um, Seems like this is all of it here, guys. Yep, seems like this is all of it. JD Vance is going nuts right now. He said that he wants to know more about the alien spacecraft that's coming towards us. Look, guys, I'm gonna say it one more time. I don't believe that's an alien. I don't believe that spacecraft is an alien. I just don't see it being a UFO. I just don't. It just doesn't make any sense. Whatever's coming, I believe, is a space rock. It's an asteroid. I believe so. But I just don't see that being some kind of UFO ET. Oh, smelt fish. Thank you, Linda. I can't believe he spent so much money on that thing. Dude, like, stop spending billions of dollars on small little tiny fish and just save the Californian people, man. I mean, there should be some kind of law that money should not be spent on those things. Tax money should go to helping helping Californians out there, not to help the fish. Mm. Lewis, it still could be Wormwood. We don't know. Oh yeah, I mean, again, it could be anything. What's coming towards us, we shall see. But it's gonna be far away from us. It's gonna be like 200 miles away from Earth. It's just gonna get closer to Jupiter or possibly Mars. But yeah, we don't need more laws. No, I'm referring to law when it comes to spending money on ridiculous stuff like saving the fish or lizards. I mean, there was a crazy bill that came out under Biden. We need to count how many shrimps in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm like, and it's like $5 billion. I'm like, I think 5 billion is being spent on counting the shrimps, just wasting money. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it here. If you can give the video a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Today is Monday, the 4th. This Thursday, Putin needs to give an answer to Donald. Is he gonna stop the war? Uh, no, I don't think so. But Donald's gonna be really furious. He's gonna slap some tariffs and sanctions, which I believe is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Mm. Billionaire are creating these AI programs, but AI will be against the billionaires. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. They created this evil thing, and now this evil thing is going after them, their own creator. Mm. Lewis mods and friends. Hey, thank you so much to the moderators. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. 354 people, 352 like. Ooh, kind of even the scale. But you will own nothing and be happy. Hmm. You will own nothing and be happy. Again, you losing the things that you once cherished and you living happy because life is easy watching Netflix. I don't have to go to Blockbuster, which I miss going to Blockbuster every Friday and Saturday. Going to Blockbuster when I was a little kid, I still remember it's nice, beautiful color, the yellow and blue. And I'm not talking about Ukraine. I'm talking about the real yellow and blue. When you open the door and you smell the popcorn, the candies and everything, the shelves. You got all these DVDs and beautiful stuff. That was the good old days. That was the good old days. And then we had Redbox. That thing didn't last it. I don't see Redbox anymore. I mean, it's still around, but now all that has been replaced. Digital. Be kind, rewind. Remember that? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it here, but yeah, have a good night. God bless to every single one of you. If you guys want to check out the news article of the strange blob thing, New York, it will be on my Twitter page. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Till next time, ladies.